Hello everybody, welcome to this edition of Coffee Talk with Welton. This week I want to talk about a pretty interesting change, and most likely most of you have saw this already, is there's no more ads on the right hand column. And there used to be ads on the right hand column, there's no more ads on the right hand column. It's a big change, obviously. In the past, there are 3 ads at the top, and the 4th ad is on the right hand side. And then 5th, 6th, and on. They're on the right hand side. But these days, with this new change, there are only 4 ads, maximum of 4 at the top. And the 5th ad is all the way at the bottom. 5th, 6th, and 7th. So total of 7 ads. 4, maximum 4 at the top, and then 3 at the bottom. So if you're on the 5th or 6th or 7th spot, very little people will click on this. So this change, you got to bid on the top 4 spots now, or else not too many people will see your ads. So let's talk about why did Google make this change. So the first big reason why Google opted to go with this change here is it wants the same look and feel across all of its ecosystem. So if you did a search from your mobile device, there's obviously, with a smaller screen, there's no more ads on the right hand side. Obviously there are 3 ads at the top, and very similar to this, right? It's all one page, and then followed by local rankings, and then followed by organic. So Google basically wants to merge the same look and feel between desktop, tablets, and mobile. So mobile, desktop, and tablets, they all should look the same in feel. So by doing this change now, it looks the same as mobile, so no confusion anymore. And the other big change is, from all of the studies, I think most people do agree with this, is obviously Google doesn't really publish this, but most likely only 10 to 15% of the people do click on ads on the right hand side. And Google is a for-profit business. So by eliminating this, obviously it doesn't want to decrease its revenue. So that's why it added one more spot on here, the 4th spot. There used to be only 3 ads at the top, followed by the 4th one is here, 5th, and on. So by adding the 4th spot here, basically my guess is it will have the same effect as the ads on the right hand side. So it didn't lose any revenues, obviously. So any changes it does is for profit. So by adding this spot here, it basically replaced all of the revenue on the right hand side. But very sneakily, I think this is what happens, is I do have a very, very big screen now. So I have a 27-inch monitor. But most likely, most people, if they're using their small or just regular laptop, if they did the search, most likely this is all they see though. So you're basically, this is called above the fold. Above the fold is before you scroll down. So look at this, above the fold. You're basically forced to look at these ads now before you scroll down. So by doing this change, by eliminating the ads on the right hand side and adding the 4th spot here, it basically pushed all of the results down, right? The map is lower now. The organic is even more buried down below. So this really forces people to look at the ads first. So I really do think with this change, by eliminating the ads on the right hand side and adding one more spot here, and by pushing all of these down, people do click on the ads a lot more. And I do actually, with more than a month of data now, we actually do see higher click-through rate now. More people actually do click on these ads compared to before. So I think this is definitely a good change though. With this, obviously if you're doing pay-per-click ads, this is a good change. More people do click on these. And if you are not doing any pay-per-click ads, where you're just solely relying on local search and organic, most likely you might lose a little bit of traffic though. So these days, it's really integrated approach. Is ideally you should be doing pay-per-click ads where you're shown on here. You should be listed on local search, and you should also be highly ranked organically, so people see you 3 times. Okay. And the other question that I always get is, by eliminating ads on right hand side, and there's only 4 ads at the top now, is this going to raise the cost per click? Right? These cost per click, one of the formula obviously is based on, it's an auction based on bidding. It's based on the marketplace. If more people are fighting for these few spots, most likely it's going to increase the price. But when I looked at across all my clients, the cost per click hasn't gone up. So that's good to know. But I'm very sure for some very, very competitive niches like lawyers, or something very, very generic like buy computers, something that's super competitive, most likely now these top few spots, the cost must have gone up quite a bit. So most of the niches, I will say, they still haven't seen an increase in pricing. And I do believe it's actually good though. With this change, more people do click on these ads now. So I think the conclusion I have is I really do think this is a good change. First of all, it's less distraction now. There used to be so many ads on the right hand side. So this really does clean up the search engine results relatively well. It's non-distraction now. And it's good for the advertisers because now more or less people are forced to click on these ads before people scroll down. So overall, I do believe this is a good change. So if any questions, feel free to reach out to me.